Gang. What's poppin', man? Welcome back to Mess Free Podcast. I am the host, Connor Slaughter. Hey, everybody, hit that like button. You feel me? Hit that share. Let me get this share button going down. Let me see. Hold on. Throw that banner up there. So I see Cat Williams, break the internet again. He breaks the internet, gang. How? I don't know. But every time he come to the net, he say some interesting shit. And as a matter of fact, let me get y'all an introduction while we in here.
Man, you bitch niggas better ante up or elevate. I need 6-figure money, won't hella bucks and hella cake. Fuck boy, I been on dummy, shooting hella ops, make them a day. If not him, then kill his mama, make him feel his wrath in the hell away. Hydro shock with his eye, make through his chest, watch as they swim away. I don't stop shooting till you down in your last breath, and then I skid away. This a hollow tip.
So anyway, let's see what they got popping.
The episode of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharp. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay, the guy that's stopping by for conversation and a drink today. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love him. Some call him the greatest, one of the greatest comedians, dead or alive. One of America's greatest entertainers, one of the funniest men on the planet, world-renowned, multi-talented, a comedy legend. He's the top touring comedian selling out arenas. He's a hilarious storyteller, Emmy award-winning actor, voice actor, rapper, writer, producer, director, icon, genius, a national treasure, philanthropist, humanitarian, social activist, a father, one of the great funny men of our generation and any generation, Mr. Cat Williams.
Thank you, sir.
That was
magnificent. You are.
And which Cat Williams he is one of the greatest, man.
You are magnificent at intros, and you did not skimp on mine. I appreciate it.
Appreciate that. Anytime you come to Club Shay Shay, we have to toast.
Yes,
bro, you've been doing it. I mean, you're one of the top one of the top touring comedians of all time. You already got started before we started taping.
I did.
Appreciate that. Tell the people at home.
I thought they was lying, and yeah, this particular alcohol is stronger than you think it would be, probably by about 2, and unbelievably smoother and milder by the same maybe 30% than you could possibly expect. And unlike cognacs the world over, this one doesn't taste like wood at the end, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial colors, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial flavors. It's a fine product.
He's a connoisseur. You can tell he's a connoisseur. He's a cognac connoisseur. He understands the method and
real life cognac connoisseur.
The making cognac.
Right. Well, as a comedian, you get free drinks at the club. So all comedians either turn out to be connoisseurs like myself, or straight up and down alcoholics, like 60% of Hollywood.
Well, thanks for stopping by the club. I understand that you're very, very busy, and for you
you gotta imagine, and some juicy information here. Mess Free Gang. I believe he probably gonna tell us some juicy shit, because at the end of the day, Hollywood do get messy themselves, and if we remember Cat Williams when he was on the stage and when he was behind the scenes, he used to always give us some of the juiciest tales ever that we heard about, you know what I'm saying? Some of these backdoor parties that we would call in Hollywood, gang.
Take time out of your busy schedule and stop in today. We really, really appreciate it here at Club Shay Shay. So thanks for stopping by, Cat.
And I needed you to know why I came by.
Yeah, I need you to tell us why.
People know I don't go everywhere. I'm not interested in talking to people unless it's like a Larry King or somebody of an amazing ilk that I would actually want to go talk to in real life.
Okay.
I don't do it so I can sell product, and I got things to sell, so let me come talk. You have a great product here, and as a fan base, we love the attention that
y'all gotta bear with me,
you
man.
spend on the guests. We love how much work you've done, how well you know them, how prepared you are. The same things that we liked about you in football. You brought that on over to here, and that's why it resonates. And the reason I had to come is because you've made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate
and
that.
I have watched all of these.
Basically, Cat said he ain't going nowhere where he can't sit down and tell no truth, gang. I feel him. I understand that, most definitely do. I feel it all the way. You know, Cat be popping too, and his truth be juicy. Y'all gotta know that. His truth be juicy.
Lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Cat Williams' role. He was.
Oh, he on shedding ass, gang. He on his ass. He said, hold on, you gonna let that nigga come up here and say, you stole that role? Like what? Hey, yeah, Cat, you know Cat gonna pop out with that juicy though. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going, gang.
He was gonna be Money Mike.
Wait.
And Cat Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now let's 3 quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Ricky Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Well, I didn't know
he shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let a athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man you stole that? Oh,
So basically, why he feel like, you know, it was stolen though? Damn, Ricky. Hey, and Cat Williams known to be one of the ones, gang. He is one of the ones that's gonna pop that shit out on. He ain't, you feel me? All that other lying shit that motherfuckers be doing out there that half of the Hollywood do, because we already know half of the motherfuckers be lying. You know, they juicy with their lies. And plus, he said he had a Christian fan base. How in the hell Ricky gonna do that part, gang? That don't make sense. You know what I'm talking about? You know, half of us probably didn't even know Ricky Smiley had a Christian fan base. You know, that's crazy.
He could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
Wow.
He couldn't have played.
Now that's crazy. You feel me? Dog said it should have been his scene. Do y'all feel like he could have played that role? You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he could have played
that role like you. I thought he was.
Sir, no one. Why no? He was with KD. He beat up Terry Crews. Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood? They switched off roles. You take this and he what? So Ricky Smiley knows this, and I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. Is because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie, but I can tell you.
And Cat went far. He said, damn, he don't know why he'll lose a child and come to the air and tell this lie. Now, that was deep. I ain't, no Ricky Smiley lost a child. I really don't be up on these comedians like that, but it shows we should, because they hold a lot of information. You feel me? They hold some information that we don't know about, gang. Definitely when it comes to Cat Williams, you know, when he get the popping, like I said before, he pop for real. He pop his shit. He don't play that.
Tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're
Damn.
saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Cat Williams
Damn.
had to take the risk in front of the studios.
Damn, gang. He said, now that's what Ricky was okay with. Do y'all believe that or not? I don't know what to believe behind that one. Ricky, ain't no telling Ricky, but he on your ass, man. He on your
And the
ass.
cast and our powers that be in his very first movie, and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy.
Right.
Where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was going to play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Cat Williams wrote. So what Ricky Smiley say on his? You can't say my lines, I wrote them. That's how I already know that I'm going to be funnier than you. What he told everybody was, Cat Williams, don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steven Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then. He was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie?
Goddamn.
Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Goddamn.
Wow.
Goddamn. Now, I ain't know that. Now, that's deep. That one hit different, gang. He said, I ain't working with the nigga if he don't put on no dress. He killed him right there. You feel me? He told the nigga, put on this dress. Fuck wrong with you, boy. You finna work just like that. You feel me? Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Ricky Smiley talking about, because y'all know what's crazy. I never heard that shit. I never heard that behind the scenes that Ricky Smiley was supposed to play as Money Mike. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard of that. That's some new shit to me. That's definitely new to me, gang. But let's keep going with this story, though. Let's see.
Why would you put that in your contract, Cat?
That's where he's a believable actor.
Damn.
Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life.
Woo. Now that's a shot. He said him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their goddamn life. Now that's something different. That hit different, gang. I ain't never heard nobody say that. You know, Tyler Perry, we need you to the front of the goddamn forefront. You know what I'm saying? We need you to be able to come and defend your goddamn self right now, boy, because Cat just put it all out there. He said, y'all two motherfuckers can't play a man a day in your life. You can't. You love to play the bitch role. Why? We don't know. You know? We don't know.
They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best role.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that, you responded because he said he was supposed to play Money Mike and you were supposed to play Santa Claus.
An outright lie.
So
that he knows is a lie.
So why would he say it?
Because he's a liar. Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Cat Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018? You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now,
Damn. So you mean to tell me these comedians is up in there stealing like a motherfucker? You feel me? And I thought they only stole in hip hop. I thought the rap scene only got stole from, gang. I thought, you feel me? I thought that's where the stealing, from you stop. When they take your publishing and they take your rights and your marketing rights and all that good shit. Like, God diggity dog. Hey, it don't get no better than this. I told you. That's why they know the streets been waiting on Cat Williams to hit, gang. He a hit every time.
Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business.
Oh, he talking about Steve Harvey. He on Steve Harvey ass. God.
And it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you.
That is some inside information, nigga. You was hating on Bernie Mac. We didn't know Steve Harvey was hating on Bernie Mac on the low. God damn, I couldn't tell. But hey, like I said, behind them closed doors of Hollywood, we don't know what goes on.
Couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good Oba-Kaby and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none.
Damn.
You would have to have a range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Cat Williams in there.
Gang, did y'all hear what he said?
Mr. Potato.
He called Steve Harvey.
There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good Oba-Kaby and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have a range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Cat Williams in there.
I don't know, Cat. We might not let you drink anymore the way I mean, we ain't even got.
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip, less than you.
Hey, Cat ain't
boost your
playing,
revenue
man.
and drive growth
Cat
with Google
ain't
Ads.
playing. Cat on that ass. That's why I said anytime you get Cat Williams, it's a hit. Just know that.
Reach high-value customers across the entire Google.
Okay, bitch.
The truth don't need motivation. I'm just saying I can't let these dudes lie. Cedric's sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arms off his stomach sitting on.
Gang, yo, oh man.
Why I'm not a movie star. What?
It's a situation.
He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer.
Right.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials.
Said you need to step to the fucking front of the front, gang. What the fuck going on? Cat Williams on their ass, and he ain't playing, man. He ain't holding back. Fuck wrong with these niggas, man. We needed Cat. We needed this shit.
They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
You don't think Sam's a good comedian?
The world doesn't think that, sir. I have 12 comedy specials. He has 4 specials that are not available on Netflix or Tubi.
Damn.
It seems to me, Cat, that you had a lot to get off your chest.
No.
You wanted to set the record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history.
Simple. I like the fucking way he said that. Winners are not allowed to let losers rewrite history, nigga. Simple. We ain't doing that in 2024.
I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform. If you give a liar a platform to lie, then I'm not being messy by saying, hold on, that never happened.
Right.
It's untrue. Right. And there are hundreds of witnesses for each.
No, that's not being messy, Cat. That's just telling the fucking truth. You feel me? That's telling the truth, gang. I don't fuck how you
thing I'm saying.
So let me ask you this. What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't three random guys. The way that Ricky Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steven said he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Why Earthquake not in movies? Because he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and put the cards in front of him. Like, all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets. And this is the age of truth. And the truth doesn't need to be scared of the fact that people tell lies. Cats on drugs. Where are the stories? Why is there no story of anybody who ever sold a drug to me, did a drug with me, was around me when I was in?
Now that's fucked up. They going around telling a nigga cat on drugs, you know, when they get to spread them lies like that, gang. That's crazy. But you know what's crazy? I was just watching DJ Academics. He was just looking up, trying to find a piece on him if he was, you know what I'm saying, squatted for drugs or something like that, gang. I'm not sure, but cat ain't lying though on these Hollywood ass motherfuckers.
Inebriated. I got 5 daughters. I got 5 sons. Why would we tell these ridiculous stories? Because it's competition. You feel like, well, why comedy guys can't just get along?
Yes.
Why didn't you get along with the other teams you were competing against? If you're a Denver Bronco, why you don't get along with the Cowboys? Something wrong with you?
But I don't disagree. I don't dislike all the Cowboys. Cat, damn, you like this?
No, that's not.
What comedians do you like?
Did you play against the team?
Yes.
I've taken 46 comedians with me on the road. 46.
Okay.
Zapier's easy
Cat
automation.
going crazy, man. Cat going crazy. Seem like he got something on his chest he want to get off, man. Y'all heard Shannon, man. I don't know about all that. Yeah,
And send every marketing lead directly into your sales team's pipeline.
Y'all know how that go. Anyway, back into it.
I'm not the comedian you can give that to. I only put on comedians that are funnier than me. Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar.
Damn, a fat Faison liar. But who are funnier than Cat Williams, gang? Like, who are funnier than Cat? I mean, is it many artists or comedians that's funnier than Cat Williams? I don't know.
There's nobody like me in the business.
Faison just caught a straight.
Faison said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faison got? 0.
So
why is he allowed to have conversations about real stand-up people? We do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. That's all. As a journalist, that's all. That's all I'm saying. I don't harbor any resentment to any.
He said, motherfuckers that's on the juice can't discuss real athletes, man. I like the way Cat coming in.
Of these entities because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light skin, weird face wife that never do an interview. Listen, in 20 years won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing,
I like
about
that.
The other side.
I like that, Cat Williams. Y'all heard how he brought that? He said it's God's side or other side, pure point blank. Ain't no choosing sides, nigga. You gonna ride on one side of the fence, pure point blank. And a lot of these people and artists and comedians and celebrities is riding on the other side, gang. That's the other side. That's what they want to do. You hear me? That's what they want to do, man.
Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth
So see, he said all lies will be exposed. What do y'all think finna take place in
is the
2024?
light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen. Amen.
Gee,
We gotta have a shot today.
I kind of get one here.
Right.
Oh yeah. Look, he need that water. Oh, water. Yeah, because he know everything is finna get exposed in 2024, gang. It's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers that get exposed this year. Cat said it out of his own mouth. Let's see. You feel me? Because I believe that too. I believe it's gonna be a lot of shit we see this year that we didn't see last year that's gonna fuck us up mentally. So
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
yeah,
We good now?
right.
Because the people want to know, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
Oh, because
I was gonna ask you that.
because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
You will tell it.
no, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Cat because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike, because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan to play. Like I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag.
And you know what's crazy? Because Taraji P. Henson was just speaking out about not being paid enough, you know, doing these movies and shit like that, gang. I wonder, is it like a trend that's been set now, you feel me, amongst celebrities? Because a lot of celebrities is coming out. A lot of celebrities is spilling the spill, you feel me, behind the scenes of what's going on at their factions, at they little job places that they, you know what I'm saying, working that gang, because they putting in a lot of work. Remember who did it first though? Nikki Parker. Miss Parker, not the Miss Parker from Friday, y'all, but Nikki Parker. Yeah, she did it first, and she was just saying this shit, how they was, you know what I'm saying, lowballing motherfuckers, not paying them what they worth. I think that there ain't right at all, gang. I don't know. I think a lot of more people is finna come out, man. You feel me? I think it's gonna be a lot of more celebrities that come out and get to speaking on this shit. What y'all think? Y'all let me know.
Tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that
But I
no
didn't
one's
know it
ever
was a
heard.
lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. And, like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Cat. Normally when people are giving you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time and they're giving information no one else knows or have ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are like, this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago.
And that's crazy, man. And, you know, I don't know if Steve Harvey went and told somebody that shit, but these motherfuckers do be lying their ass off on Cat Williams, and they be mad when Cat Williams come out with that truth on
He
their
was
ass.
making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made. All lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
Killed him.
I'm about to tell you might not be what you want
Hey,
to
that
hear,
nigga-
but you have to hear.
You
No
feel
one
me?
likes to see a video
He
with
set that record straight. He set that record straight, guy. He said, "What do y'all think a plan is?" That's exactly. He not playing.
there are tons of pauses.
That's why
and
they
it's-
be hating
it
Pat
can
Williams.
lose
They don't want
somebody's
that nigga in
attention,
the
and it can even
They don't want him in the industry.
He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like it's important. And
I've been stopped believing him. Jussie Smollett, I've been stopped believing him. That nigga been lying since been lying, y'all. You feel me? That nigga been lying since been lying. The Empire nigga, that nigga done overran his time with that little shit. He should have already flipped that story back when they first busted his ass. That's what he should have did, gang. Instead, he choose to continue on with that story. Like, yo, they tried to fucking bribe me. Like, yo, they tried to get me. Knowing damn well you set this up, my nigga. You feel me? He should have just turned that story around. Jussie Smollett, we feel sorry for your ass, man.
in the checks and balances of the universe,
We don't feel
that
sorry.
liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people.
Killed them.
That's why, you know what the
Killed them.
number one job of
Hey, Satan can't create shit. You feel me? Stop thinking that. Y'all give him the power in your mind. You feel me?
somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because Shannon Sharp got to be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built.
So
all of these shortcut takers, they canceled
That's true, gang.
me for talking
That's
about
true.
Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency.
Wow.
What am I supposed to do?
Now that's crazy. You see, when Cat Williams pop, he pop for real. That's fucking crazy, gang. That's psycho. You hear me?
He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, it's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get that.
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about.
Well, yeah, that's about true. We do know they pay you to talk about things they don't want you to talk about or not talk about, gang. So you got to watch these motherfuckers. See, in that industry, in that business, it's a funny game. You know what I'm talking about? In that industry, in that business, it's a funny trick to they trade. Like he said, motherfuckers ask you for sexual favors in that goddamn game. They willing to pay you to shut up. We seen it with Cassie and P. Diddy. You feel me? We gotta watch that shit, gang. Definitely for you up and coming industry goers who trying to get into this business.
They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he has 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Cat Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Cat Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie,
wow,
I would have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life.
Damn. Hey, that's different. He's real different though. Cat Williams is different. You feel me? When he come, he do hit different, man. He be on a different time than these other cats, man.
So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100 city tour. I'm not gonna have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym, but you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
What? No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
Okay. Let's get to your upbringing. We're going to circle back and we'll get some...
I want to protect it real quick because you had said for the Kings of Comedy, it was in 2018, 2019, but did you mean 1999? Because it came out in 2000, so I just want to make
sure. No, I didn't. No. So what I meant to say was, remember, he said, I couldn't do stand-up anymore. I had 7 TV shows. I said he didn't have any of those TV shows at the time.
I know you talking about Cedric.
Joke stealing from Cedric.
Cedric.
Okay, so you had said that 2018, 2019, but it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
Okay, no. What comes out in 2000?
The original Kings of Comedy.
Right. I'm on BET's Comic View, and they're using this as the commercial in 1998. Okay. That's why I'm saying... Yeah. So if I said the dates wrong, let's
go back and clear that up.
Okay.
You said, I had Cedric on here and I asked him about the joke stealing, and he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say.
Right. So he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes, but then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab.
So basically, gang, you know, motherfuckers be joke stealing, and we thought motherfuckers only steal raps. People only steal your music. You know what I'm saying? Well, that ain't the fucking case.
helped me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998, I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship. Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Cat 30 times and Cat didn't do, as I stand before you, Shannon, I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned. And there are these alliances in comedy. And if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But we don't let that change the content, because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Can you believe we're this deep into the NFL season? We got to make every second count.
Confusing time, but yeah, I had a childhood. I was grown, but I at 5 years old, I was in front of 10,000 people giving a performance with a full suit and tie on. You know what I mean? So yeah. It came full circle for my life. I knew that the applause and the giving of information and laughs and truth to people somehow benefited them and also benefited you. And yeah, so when they would ask me what I wanted to be, everything that I would say that I wanted to be was something that didn't exist. And they would never give me credit for it because I needed to say a doctor or a lawyer, but that's not what I wanted to be.
So your parents weren't as supportive as you would have hoped because you were wanting to be things when you got older that they had no knowledge of, or it didn't exist at the time.
Did you know that people shop across Google more than 1 billion times a day? In fact, Google is the first place shoppers go to discover a new item or product. Be there for every shopping journey with Google.
No, it wasn't that. It was, I'm saying I'm almost 100 years old right now, but if we go outside right now, I can run a 4.340 or sub. I can do a 4.16 if I'm
there's Jimmy John's across the street. We can order a sub.
But
you've been on the submarine. That what you sub?
So back then it was even greater. So you got this guy that all the coaches want to play.
Hey, Cass, don't do that.
Hold on, because I'm 5'5" in the 5th grade. I've been this high my whole life. Like, there was a portion of school where I was one of the big dudes. Like, as soon as everybody caught their growth spurt, I was out of there. But I'm saying I was a competitive individual. My father was an athlete.
I can see that.
Like, no, I've been 145 pounds my whole career. That's why I never bothered when they said, "You cat's on drugs." I knew, how you gonna prove that? My body is a temple.
I've been the same size since I was 10.
Like, what do you? Yeah, like I haven't changed off this pivot foot. This has always been who I was before stand up or anything. But it was an interesting childhood. I appreciate my parents, even though I couldn't live within the religious frameworks of
Right.
what they had set up. But that was more not wanting to live a double life and not want to embarrass my family. You know what I mean?
Because I read where a form of punishment for you is that they would take books because you mentioned you were such a voracious reader. And a form of punishment was when they would take the books for because you could read fluently. You told me how at like 3 or 4 years old, you could read, not just a little child's book, but you could read.
Well, I'm saying when we go to Haiti to do missionary work, understand that my mother and my father, nobody that's there with us speaks French.
Hey, but
And
understand
I mean,
though,
it's
don't nobody really, know Cat Williams deeply. They'll try to shine him off as one of the motherfuckers, you feel me, who ain't really living what he's saying or ain't really about what he's talking about, gang. That's totally not the case. I doubt. You feel me? I totally doubt it. Let's keep going, gang.
it speaks Creole and reads French. So I'm in charge of everything from the housing to the cars to the gardener. Like I'm saying, so I'm not just reading, I'm reading in multiple languages. Like
How old are you?
I'm probably reading 3,000 books a year from the time that I'm 8 years old to the time that I'm 12. No fiction books at all. I'm only reading nonfiction.
You could drive at 12. You received a full scholarship to the National Science Academy in Dayton, Ohio, but you failed, so you couldn't become. So you would become ineligible. Why didn't you want to take that opportunity?
I didn't see it as an opportunity. When I got in there, all the students were wearing lab coats, and it seemed very confined and restricted, and nobody seemed like they were having fun. It just seemed like everybody was smart. I didn't want that. That wasn't what I was signing up for at all. And plus, I thought that Jesus was my big homie. So you know how you get a story about a dude joined the gang and you get a big home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like at this particular point in my life, my thought is that the Bible is the greatest book that's ever been written.
Okay.
That it houses the truth, and that it gives you this story of Jesus, and that I'm supposed to be like him.
Okay.
So it's already in my head that as soon as I get 13, I'm leaving.
You at 13, you don't only leave like, okay, mom, I'm moving out. You moved from Ohio to Florida on your own. You weren't afraid. I mean, you like, did you?
Hold on.
Did you not have? What were you going to do when you got to Florida?
Don't say I wasn't afraid. There's no such thing as a human being of not being afraid.
Okay.
There are certain human beings that understand that being afraid in no way stops you from doing what you got to do.
Okay.
So I was afraid, but I couldn't be that afraid because I knew what had happened with Jesus. I knew how it worked out. I knew that I wasn't in the wrong with how I was feeling, and I knew that I didn't have any bad intentions in it.
Right.
So I trusted God that it would work out.
Why Florida?
Because if you're raised in Ohio, the one thing on your list is, I'm going to get away from snow, and I'm going to get as far. I want to go. Tell me the place. I literally went to a truck stop and I asked all the truck drivers where they was going. And there was one guy going to California and there was one guy going to Florida. And they told me how long it was going to take. And so that's why I ended up in Miami. Because
how'd you get there? You caught a bus?
No, I just told you. I was at the truck stop.
So you hitchhiked?
I didn't hitchhike. I got in the back of the dude's 18-wheeler, me and my Rottweiler puppy and my suitcase. Yeah, because I probably had $2,500 on me. Like I was shoveling snow and cutting grass. Like I always had pockets full of money.
When did you make the decision that you were going to leave Ohio and go somewhere? And it ended up being Florida. But when did you know that you were leaving Dayton, Ohio, going to Florida?
Whether you want to increase sales, generate leads, or build awareness. Google Ads can reach new customers and make your budget go.
In my father and I's last interaction, somebody could have not made it. And we both understood that was all bad.
What was the disagreement about?
If you say that my family is very religious, just say I'm not. So anything that I'm going to do is going to fall out of the guidelines.
Right.
But I'm not going to let you tell me what I'm going to be, even especially if what you're saying is wrong. I can't condone wrong. And if I find out that something is wrong and I tell you it's wrong and you don't back me, that's what it is.
Even as a young child, you were willing to tell your parents that some of the things that you're saying doesn't coincide with what I've been reading in the Bible.
No, very simply. Don't try to disfellowship me for sexual acts and I'm a virgin. Sorry, God don't make mistakes. You don't get 2 times to fuck me over. What do you mean you went to God and he told you I was guilty? You just lied on God. So long. That's it. There's no conversation. Deuces. That's what it was.
That's when you made the decision. After
Yes.
that conversation right there, you say, "No, I can't live under this roof."
It wasn't a conversation. It was an altercation. In the altercation, I love my father. My father loved me. But we are 2 men at it. It'll never be the same again. You can't sleep comfortably around me. And I can't sleep comfortably around you.
How similar are you to your father?
I don't know. He's a great man. I'm saying
Because it seems like y'all butted heads.
Right, but I'm saying that generally happens with a father-son dynamic. It was just that religious relationships are always difficult in families. They always are.
Before it got to the point, because the dynamic, he's father, you're son. Before that dynamic and you step up on his level and you challenge him, you felt it was best for you to leave.
No. I'm not being challenged. I'm being beat to death.
Oh, he was abusive.
I didn't say that. I said we were in an altercation.
I see what you did there. I saw what you did there, Cat.
Yeah.
I saw what you did. You was in an altercation. You didn't say you lost. You said you was in an altercation.
I in no way gave you the impression that I won anything. I'm the one leaving. I'm out of.
I don't know. I can't deal with my parents. I don't know. I'm gonna stay. I ain't finna just hit it, though, gang. You know, I mean, everybody go through that at one point in time in life. You feel me? To the point, yeah, it make you wanna dip, it make you wanna hit it. I'm assuming, but I ain't gonna up and leave. I'm gonna chill and post. I'm gonna make do with my parent. At the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. Like, but you gotta learn to love your parent for who they are. But Cat Williams, as far as that, my nigga, he really be speaking the truth though, y'all. I don't think I've seen a comedian out here like Cat Williams yet. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't nobody that really about what they talking about like Cat Williams for real.
Bounce. This his house.
Right.
Yeah. So as long as I'm going to be under his roof, there are certain things that I'm going to have to do.
Right.
And the only way that's going to change is either this or that. And I'm saying I had 2 younger brothers. Like I'm not an unreasonable person. Like I don't have any mental issues whatsoever, despite what they lead people to believe. You know, I make pretty good decisions.
Were you not? So how was their relationship with your father? Were you not afraid to leave them?
I'm going to tell you 3 ways I use generative AI powered by Adobe Firefly to make my creative materials even better in Adobe Express.
Well, I asked because it went all the way to the actual department, so it was actually going to be something.
I don't know if I'll be.
And when I asked them if they could just make sure that my brothers didn't get separated and what have you, they said they couldn't make those type of guarantees, that they weren't really sure.
Yeah, I went through that game.
If this went.
Okay, so I know what you're talking about now. I went through that actually. You feel me? That little separation piece, that little separation part from the family. When you go through that foster care shit, that's why it's best, you get them kids out of that CPS system. Because when the CPS get them, it's over. You know what I'm talking about? It's over. They separate them, they split them up. They don't keep the brothers and sisters together. I know I've experienced. So I can understand what he's talking about. I can attest to what Cat Williams talking about, gang. That type of lifestyle living right there, that shit ain't worth it. You don't want to put no kid through that. Actually, you want to get up and get to doing shit. You probably want to be on the hunt for it already to make the situation better. But some parents out here, they just don't give a fuck until that situation happen or take place. And then, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now they looking silly.
Down. And so part of leaving was the hope that it would be okay for them, because none of them experienced what I experienced. I'm saying I'm the oldest. It's a lot riding on me. I'm supposed to at least religiously hold down the family's name at this household. Right. You know what I mean?
How much older are you than the baby and the knee baby?
Like a lot older. Like if I'm
12, 13.
Yeah, they're 5. And
so yeah, some younger siblings, you know what I'm saying, which is understandable. Some way totally more younger siblings than yourself, which that's gonna make you want to, you know what I'm saying, stay there and look after them. That's gonna make you want to make sure you're taking care of them or stay by their side, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't want your older brother or sister to leave you. You feel me? Stranded, where you feel like, yo, it's hectic here. You know what I'm talking about? That's different. It's totally different, gang. I don't think I want that. And another thing, Cat Williams, he been a pretty stand-up guy. I didn't know he had that many damn kids, actually. That's a lot of kids. I didn't know gang had that many kids. That's different.
In Pampers.
Wow. You go to Florida, you tell the story of you were homeless, and somebody else told the story, said they were homeless, and you said they hijacked your story. Now I don't.
At 13, I shouldn't have to tell you I'm homeless. I'm in Miami, Florida. I have no family members in Florida. I couldn't buy a house if I wanted to. I couldn't get an apartment if I wanted to. I don't have a credit history. Like, this is not a stretch for me to say that I'm homeless. I'm living in a park in Coconut Grove. The park still exists to this day. For 8 hours a day, I would get up and go to the library and study for 8 hours a day to increase my education. And then I would leave out of there and go to
that way, you feel me? You don't just sit there out there blankly dumb. There's some people who will sit there, gang, they don't even want to educate their motherfucking self, but they'll sit there like, yo, I'm fucked up. I'm done. I'm down. This my last. This ain't your last, nigga, just because you uneducated or just because you ain't in the position to win. You know what I'm talking about? You got to think about that. You ain't down on your last, gang. You still got a chance. You got a dying chance that you can, you know what I'm saying, get up and do something. But you got to put it in yourself to do it. You got to put it in your motherfucking self to do it and want to do it. Real life. And like Cat Williams said, even though he was sleeping in that park, he got his ass up He went to that goddamn library and he studied. You feel me? Due to the fact that he studied, my nigga, that was the best thing he could have done. That was the only way out. You feel me? That was the only way to get himself where he needed to be in life. Definitely if he felt like, yo, it's only me, I only got myself right now. So my nigga, in that situation, I would have done the same thing. I would have got my ass up and had to go hustle. You feel me? Had to go get it how I live. Some people don't be wanting to get it how they live out there. Some motherfuckers, gang, I don't know. Like I said, if you got a testimony, gang, if you got a story to tell, gang, and if this your life, man, live it to the fullest. Fuck you talking about. And don't feel no different from nobody else.
The marina and steal car radios and make $2,000 almost daily. Like I had a routine.
So you really could have played that Santa old thief and Santa Claus. You could have played it.
No, the Santa Claus wasn't a thief.
He probably could have. He could have played it. He said he was out there stealing CD players, but I witnessed that too. I had to do that. The same thing on the G. I remember going through the situations like that. Gang, me and the nephew had to get out there and make a hustle. You know, we had to really get it how we live. So
the Santa Claus, you can't tell me. I read the script. Ricky Smiley told you he didn't read the script. The Santa Claus was a crackhead. He just had that outfit on. That's what I couldn't have played.
Okay.
Like I couldn't have played a black guy that got raped in the bathroom.
Right. So at any point in time, did you like, man, I made a mistake, man. I should have stayed my butt in Ohio, man, because this ain't what I signed up for.
I didn't experience anything once I left home that I hadn't signed up for. If anything, it saved my life. Me being homeless for that small period of time allowed me to see all of the people that were in that situation and to see that these were lawyers and doctors and teachers, and that these people were white and black and Asian and Indian. And the only thing that all of these homeless people had in common was they made a bad decision and aligned themselves with drugs. And I interviewed them all. What drug? What? And guess what, Shannon? Nobody had a great story. Nobody had a great story of what meth had done for them, what crack had done for them, what cocaine had done for them, what heroin had done for them, what speed had done for them. Nobody had them stories. Right. Everybody's story was, I had my life together. And then I decided to do this dumb thing. And I lost my wife. I lost my house.
And that's how it be, gang. On my mama, sometimes that's exactly how it be. You have everything together until all of a sudden you decide to do this one thing, gang, and it fuck everything up for you. You hear me? You hear me? You decide to go down this one path and it fuck everything up for you. You know what I'm saying? They be having a nigga feeling like, damn, I should have just, you know what I'm saying, stayed on the right path. Hell yeah, you should have. That drug done fucked you over, gang. Now it's over. Like he said, everybody he done heard these drug stories from, they was doing the right thing, and then they had their life together. Next thing you know, they wanted to try this shit and fuck their whole life over.
I lost my cars, I lost my reputation, and I'm now out here sucking penis in the woods. What? Talk about scared straight. You ain't got to worry about me. If it ain't weed or nicotine, you won't see me touching it. I don't want no parts. I done seen what these things can do to people. Anything that take over your free will is the devil itself.
Have you ever thought about what your life would have been had you stayed in Dayton, Ohio?
Recording just got better. Hey, it's Dana. StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard.
No, that's like asking somebody that's in the NBA for 14 years, like, what would have happened if you didn't come to the NBA? Oh, I shudder to think. I thought it was what I was made for. I thought it was what I was built for. Anybody that knows me will tell you that when they first met Cat Williams, when I was Cat in the Hat, and they tell these stories about how he changed his name. Look, the truth of the matter is Disney sued me. Yeah, I was Cat in the Hat. They sent me a cease and desist letter, and I'm not even making $25,000 a year. And the mega company Disney has sent me a cease and desist telling me I can't use any variations of that name. Fine, I'm Cat Williams. That's all that happened. I have been this same product the entire time. They will tell you when they first saw me doing stand-up, I was just like this. This is what I bring. This is my style.
When did you know you was were you always funny? Did you always want to be a comedian? Did you stumble on a comedianship?
No, I loved what they did. And so I studied them. All of them. I studied all.
That's right, gang. Anything you want to do in life, you better study it. Some of you niggas got to understand that whatever it is in life you want to do, study it. Study the greats. You feel me? Study who doing what you love to do. You feel me? So if you love making money, study that. If you really love making money, study that. If you want to be a comedian, study that. If you want to be a celeb, study that. You feel me? But you got to be the person that really get to it. You got to be the person that really want to do that. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I know that they was talking about some motherfucking. Let me see something, gang. Let me see something, man. Let me see this. Now, this is what we was talking about. Well, I got it in the title, but anyway, I wanted to touch up on it, see what the fuck they talking about with these 10-foot aliens. Yes, everybody talking about. Now, I'm hearing it was an old video. That's what I'm hearing. It was an old footage, basically. You know what I'm saying? It was an old footage that was released, but the government didn't want it released. I don't know why. But to my knowledge, gang, it blew up, you know, on YouTube. I don't know why. Once again, let's see. I don't know. It's weird. Let me see. But do y'all believe it was a motherfucking 10-foot alien? What do y'all believe out there? You know, what do the viewers believe? I don't know, honestly, what to believe. You know, a house or when the ship landed, gang. So at the end of the day, I don't think we've seen the full footage of that either. So it's like, what should we believe? They're not giving us a lot of belief points at the moment. I think I took a look at the video, but I really couldn't tell, gang. Hold on. I hope they show the shit. Don't show no bullshit. It's so slow. I hate this slow. All right. Still slow. I want to see it myself. If it'll speed up, gang. Y'all bear with me. Bear with me, gang. But Cat Williams, he was a fool, though, man. If he was dropping in the knowledge he was dropping, gang, I think, you know, I don't think he was crazy at all. I think a lot of people, they be trying to make him out to be crazy, but he be going with it. Now, look. Now, they say this shit was some old shit. You know.
Esta es una llamada a todas las unidades de la ciudad de Miami.
They did have 20 police cars. I don't know why. Like
esto es en Bayside ahora.
Come on now. Hold on.
Reports are emerging that it wasn't kids fighting that led to dozens of cop cars outside a Miami mall a couple of days ago. Some witnesses are reporting 8 to 10-foot shadow beings were being shot at by people, with others fleeing. What? Supposedly people went into fight or flight mode. The reason this story is interesting is the description of these aliens seems consistent with what the Las Vegas family reported several months ago.
I don't even know if I should believe that gang. I don't know if I should take that upon myself to believe, because at the end of the day, we remember what the Las Vegas family said, but at the end of the day, I don't think we really seen proof. I didn't see anything.
No sabemos qué está pasando.
Like I said, I don't see any alien presence at all. That's something different, man. That's something else, man. I don't know. You know, if y'all end up seeing something different or something like that that I haven't seen, man, y'all make sure y'all let me know. But at the end of the day, Cat Williams, man, he the fucking truth, man. We got to shout out to Cat Williams. I'm finna be getting up out of here, gang. That was about that hour. Y'all make sure y'all stay tapped in, man. Hit that like button. All the above. I'm gone, gang.